Every time the man went hunting, he would quietly wait for the prey to come close. As soon as he heard a sound nearby, he quickly took aim. Then he saw that it was not prey, but a tiger standing in front of him. The tiger's eyes were fixed on him, as if it would pounce the very next moment. The man did not dare to pull the trigger, because his young children were a short distance away. If he fired hastily, the children might not survive the night, so he carefully changed his aim. Avoiding critical areas, he fired, but the tigress got scared and became even more furious. He was fully prepared to protect his children with all his strength. Jack thought of leaving from there, but just then, the sound of a gunshot came from the side. The tigress fell to the ground. Both cubs immediately ran towards her. The one-eyed cub roared softly as if questioning Jack. The pain of losing their mother was clearly evident in its roar. Just then Peter came, who had fired the shot. There was not a trace of mercy on his face. He wanted to kill the children too, but Jack wanted to, but Jack stopped him. Seeing Jack's strict attitude, Peter had to agree. Jack took the cubs to a nearby cave. As soon as he put them down, the timid cub curled up inside. The one-eyed cub was still baring its teeth and growling angrily. He caught a wild chicken and placed it at the entrance of the cave. Then he stepped back a little and watched. The cubs smelled the food and slowly came out. They dragged the chicken inside. This small step couldn't erase their pain, but it was a solace for Jack. Yet Jack kept thinking about them anxiously. When he returned to the cave, he was stunned by the scene. The timid cub was lying dead on the ground, and the one-eyed child had long disappeared. Years later, news of tiger attacks spread in the village. When Jack arrived, he saw Peter sitting on the ground. His face was filled with fear, and there were claw marks on his body. In his lap was his wife, who was no longer breathing. With trembling hands, Peter was pointing towards the village. Jack's wife and child were still there. He immediately picked up his rifle and ran towards the village, but he couldn't get very far. The surroundings suddenly became quiet. It was as if the wind had stopped. Jack held his breath. He heard a very faint movement. Without thinking, he fired in that direction. He was about to look when a low growl was heard from behind. Jack couldn't muster the courage to turn, but he sensed that a large tiger was standing just a short distance away. It was the same one-eyed cub that had now become the king of the mountains. It recognized Jack and did not attack. It just turned and left. Jack breathed a sigh of relief, but then a terrible thought came to him about what he had shot. I wish it had been the tiger. He ran back to the same spot and looked at the figure lying on the ground. The ground slipped from under Jack's feet. It was his wife. At that moment, it was as if Jack's soul had left his body. He stopped hunting and focused only on his son. But Peter, who had also lost his loved ones, did not give up. Now his conflict with the Tiger King had begun.